to J.Carmels kitchen. I'm so happy because we are making a classic cranberry white chocolate cake, and it's going to be divine. And we're just going to dive in immediately so we could do this. All right. Okay, so with the classic white vanilla cake, it's so simple, but it packs a punch and it's so good because it's just filled with so much vanilla. And you're gonna thank me for this. So you're gonna add 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and you're going to put that on medium speed until it's nice and soft. Now we're gonna add 2 cups of sugar. And you're gonna whisk this, sorry, until it's nice and fluffy. Add a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. Now you're gonna wanna add 1 egg at a time. And make sure it's completely blended before you add the next one. And scrape the sides down as well. Now you're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Now we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of sour cream. Okay, now you just wanna make sure the sides are scraped down. Making sure all that butter is off the wall, everything. And then we're gonna give it one more blend, and then we're gonna add the dry ingredients and then the wet ingredients together, okay? At different times. Okay, so now that that's mixed well, you're gonna add a little bit of your dry ingredients. This is the flour with the salt, with the baking soda, and the baking powder. Just add a little bit. Woo! Then you're gonna add a little bit of buttermilk. Okay, now you're gonna add the last bit. All right. Okay, then we're gonna add the buttermilk. I have to find my spatula, guys, to scrape the sides, because I see some butter still left on there. All right, so let me scrape the sides down. Yep, there's still butter and little sugar on there. Make sure you get all the way in there because you want to make sure it's really incorporated and blended together. Okay. One last spin. Okay, now that we added all the ingredients, now we're gonna add 2 cups of cranberries. Like I said, this is the basic vanilla recipe. We're just adding cranberries to it, so it's 2 cups. And blend it. And you wanna make sure you have fresh cranberries for this because it just cooks inside the cake, and it's just gonna be so good. Okay. Now let's add them to our pans. Okay, so set your oven at 350, and now we're gonna grease the pans. All I have is vegetable oil, and I just shortening actually, but you could use oil as well. And I just grease the pans. You could also do butter. It's just preference. All right. So you want to make sure you grease the sides so it doesn't stick on each one. Grease the bottom and the sides really well. Go around one more time on this one. And now we're going to add a little bit of flour to it so we could coat them. And you're just gonna make sure it gets all around the edges. Sorry, I gotta turn it the other way. It's hard to do it the other way. And I just dump it in the other one. Okay. So make sure all the sides are coated really well. Ah! I'm trying to be nice to the camera so the camera can see me coating it. And I'm tearing myself up. Okay, but see, make sure it's a good amount. You don't want it to get stuck on there, all right? So once it's coated, all you're gonna do is add your cake batter. So there's no method to this. Honestly, I'm just scooping it in there, making sure that cranberries get in each one and that it's pretty even. So I just make sure I'm putting 2 scoopfuls in each container. Okay, I'm gonna just go around. Okay, as soon as your oven ready, you can pop them right in. And you want to put that in for at least 27 to 30 minutes. Just keep checking. Once again, the vanilla cake is super moist, so you want to stick your toothpick in it just to check, because on the outside it looks like it's done, but the inside it will not be. So 27 to 30 minutes. If it takes longer, it's okay. Just keep it in there longer, just as long as when you stick the toothpick in, pull it out, and it's clean. Okay? Okay, so to make the white chocolate cream cheese frosting is super easy. We're just gonna have the basic cream cheese frosting recipe. We've gone over it a bunch of times. It's the butter with the cream cheese and the powdered sugar and a little bit of vanilla extract. So with the white chocolate, all you're gonna do is add some white chocolate chips. Just like a half a bag. And then you're gonna add heavy cream. And you just want it to coat at least the bottom of the chocolate chips. Sometimes you could do this, a lot of people do it over the stove, but you can do it in a microwave. You're gonna put it in the microwave for at least 45 seconds, okay? Okay, so this is gonna be hot, but look how it looks. All right, the chocolate chips, not chocolate chips, white chocolate chips are melting in the heavy cream. You're just gonna stir this until it's incorporated. I know you could probably see that smoke come up. So be careful, don't burn yourself. But you're just gonna keep turning it just to make sure that the chocolate and the heavy cream is just incorporating well together and is fully melted down. Okay, and once it's melted down and cooled a little, you can add it to your cream cheese frosting and just blend it. That's it, and you're good to go. And there you go, some white chocolate cream cheese frosting. And it'll taste so good. This tastes so good, guys. And the reason why we break it down is if you just melt down chocolate and put it in the cream cheese frosting, it's going to get like curdled, like, and get hard and have little pieces in it. Where when you reduce it down, it's in liquid form. So it does not dry up or anything like this. Like that, sorry. Okay? So see, it's a little bit on my spoon still. I have some hard pieces. So you just want to make sure it's good. All right, and then we're going to just let that sit for a little bit. Okay? Let it sit, and once it cools, you just add it to the cream cheese frosting. All right, so our cakes are done. And this, look at that. You can see the cranberries inside. They cook through. It's so pretty. It's very delicate. So we want to be careful with that. What I did differently, because I know in our videos before, we put it in lemon juice, and just coated it with sugar. This time I actually put it with water. It was only a half a cup of water and 2 cups of cranberries. and put it on the stove. Let it break down for a little bit. It wasn't even on a high heat. It was on a medium low heat. And these cranberries were talking. I'm not even kidding. I was sitting there hearing noise and hearing them pop. I'm like, what is going on? Mind you, this is my first time breaking down cranberries, and I didn't know they make that kind of noise. So it makes like a sizzle and kind of like a pop noise. And that's how you know they're cooking through. You don't want to cook it down that it's mushy. You want it to still have its circular form. You just want to make sure they're cooked thoroughly a little bit, okay? And then after you do that, you're going to drain the water out and then just sprinkle sugar on top of it, which was a cup of sugar, all the top of it. Make sure they're fully coated and just sit them out. Once they sit out, probably like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, look, the sugar is super hard. It's not going anywhere. And that's how you get sugar cranberries. All right? Okay, so now we're going to assemble our cake. You just want to give your cream cheese frosting a little whip. Just make sure it's really smooth. Not super smooth, but smooth enough. Okay? So now you're just going to get a little bit and add it to the bottom of your pan. We do this so that your cake sticks to the cake pan. All right? And there's no special way to assemble this. The cake, this is a classic cake. I personally like rough edges. If you don't like rough edges, you could smooth it out. But this cake is going to have all types of rough edges, and it's going to be straight to the point, just for beginners and also for myself. All right? So we're just going to put a bunch of cream cheese frosting on top. Okay? And you're just going to smooth it out. Just make sure it's even. So your layers are pretty even. All right? Now we're going to add that other layer. And this is how I add my layers, guys. Just so the air pockets don't go. And they could just kind of stick like glue. Okay. And I add the second layer. The third layer, sorry. Well, second layer of frosting. Oh, this cake is so soft. And you're just going to go around it. No special way. Just go around. Okay? And you see how it's sticking together? Now, if you like the naked cake look, you could also keep it this way with some of the spots being exposed. There's no wrong way of doing this. This is your cake and your presentation. It takes time or no time at all. But the naked cake look is in. I personally love it. It's so classic looking. And then you see how it's like uneven? You could easily just move your cake over, okay? And then we're going to add the top layer. Ah! Okay. I'm just going to smooth the top out. I feel like my cake is falling, guys, because it's a little uneven in the area. All right, but look what I'm going to do. I'm just going like this. I'm just making sure it's covered. And I'm just going to keep doing this until it comes to the desired look I want with the edges. Okay, and then you just want to get your napkin or anything and just go around just to clean up the bottom. Let me see. Okay, the secret thing about cake, guys, there's no perfect side. You'll find one little perfect side. So we're gonna find it on this cake, and that's gonna be the presentation side, right? So let's see. She's kind of leaning a little bit. She's leaning a little bit there. Okay, this one side doesn't look so bad, but let me just fix her a little bit. How I want her to look. Fix her face up a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Right? Doesn't that look even? It does. Does it? Camera? Yeah. It looks even? Or it looks off? Yeah? That was the side I think I saw. Yep. Okay, so now you're just going to add your cranberries to the top. And they're hard, guys. They're super hard. And this is going to stick. And you're just going to make a little tower. A little tower of cranberries. Then I'm going to grab like 2 and just kind of put them to the side. You know, make it a little cute little side situation over here. Then add the last ones. Add the sugar on top. Ah, I'm losing cranberries. Trying to make sure they don't fall. But look, a simple, classic cranberry cake. White chocolate cranberry cake. Nothing to it but to do it. It's so easy. Do you guys want me to taste this? So I have to cut that pretty creation. Okay. All right. Let me see. Okay, so you're going to get cranberries everywhere when you cut this. But it's okay. I'm going to cut a really small piece. Oh my goodness. Because you guys have to see the inside, right? So we can see how she looks inside. Ooh, can't wait. Look at that. That's so pretty. A classic white cake. There's no cranberries on that side. Look at this. There's cranberries on this side. All right. And look, you can see some of the cranberries inside. It's just so pretty once you open her up. Oh my God. So let's taste this classic cake. I feel like I have a mess all over the place, which I do. Let's see how this tastes. Listen, I always looked at these pictures on Pinterest or in magazines and was like, I'm going to make that cake one day. And I did. And it's actually better than what I expected. I can't even kid. Like the cranberry with the cream cheese frosting with the white chocolate hit is amazing. And the frosting is so light and fluffy. I can't even. This is real life. I did not taste this before. This is my first time tasting it. And this is so good. I know I say all the recipes are winners for the holidays, but this is a winner for the holiday, and I hope you guys enjoy it. You know what to do. Go to www.J.Carmels.com. I can't even talk right because it's so good. Make sure you like this video just so we can get more likes and more views. I love you guys so much, and remember, comment below and let me know what you think about this white chocolate cranberry cake. I love you. Till next time.